Hello there, wherever you are, welcome to a new session of your show Is Visions with a new topic and new chat that we're going to have among this show. So welcome to the show. It is a matter of fact that the world has become a very small global village because of the telecommunication revolution. Now, easily movement of the information, people from different spots around the world in different cultural background can be made. Tonight, we're going to have a little chat with a very special guest inside the studio who coming from so far places, at least now here in Sudan, trying to get know about him, to spotlight about his experience that he earned for being here in Sudan. I can't wait to start this very exciting chat, but after this break, so be with us, don't go away. Welcome once again to the show, and it is my pleasure to have very dear guests inside the studio. I will pleasure to give you Mr. Francesco Zatta. Am I saying correctly?
Correctly, perfect.
How are you?
Very fine, thank you.
Welcome, and thank you for joining me to the show.
Good evening, Mr. Raji. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, could you please just tell us about yourself and where you come from? So.
Well, I come from Italy. My place is a little village in the north of Italy called Tomo.
Okay.
And it's in a province in the mountain, and my family is still there, and I grew up there.
Not from Rome?
Not from Rome, but it's very close to another famous city. It's called Venice.
Venice. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this a city in Italy?
It's a city in Italy in the north, and the most famous feature is that instead of the street, they have channels with water. They don't use cars, they use boats and ship.
Okay,
yeah.
Like just like near to the sea, you know, like I see people.
Actually, it's on the sea.
Oh, yeah. By the way, about the Venice, Italy itself, oh my God, it's quite different from other countries. I've never been there before, but from what we see among the televisions and also information about it, it's just like the whole country on the sea. Even the transportation using a boat.
In Venice, yes.
In Venice. Even it is well known in one of the Shakespeare, I think, plays.
Yes, in my country, Venezia.
Welcome to Sudan. Okay, for sure you come from very, very different cultural backgrounds. You are here also, maybe you experience a different culture and a different environment that you've never been before. I don't know if you will go to another places. So let me just ask you a question about the differences and similarity that you just caught it among being here.
Well, there are many things that at first glance can just bear to differences. Okay. But actually I have seen and I'm experiencing also a lot of similarities. For example, the most common views is in Italy is to drink coffee, for example.
Okay.
And here in Kassala especially, coffee is everywhere. Maybe it's even more common than the national sport.
That's true. That's right.
For Italian people, but not only in the public place, also at home, to drink coffee is a very daily and many times during the day habit. And this is something that I felt familiar with since the beginning, because when you meet somebody, the first question is, would you like a coffee? And it's the same thing in Italy when you visit some relative or some friends, or you met somebody outside in the bar or in the restaurant before having a conversation or chat.
Trust me, even if you just like you want to have like a blood sample from somebody who lives here in Kassala or in Eastern, you will find a coffee, not a blood even. They love coffee so much. Okay, this is about the similarity. So what about the differences?
Well, the first differences, I think, is the dressing. In Italy and in Europe in general, or also in the other place I have the occasion to live in, the jalabia is not available.
Of course.
And here, when you meet people, most of the time there is jalabia.
Have you read it before?
No, I didn't.
Don't you think just try to wear it just in case, like, okay, I want to try something new?
I feel
You'll be good at it.
I feel I don't know. That depends. I feel comfortable with ima when put the ima on the head due to the very strong sun.
Yes.
When I have the occasion to walk in the mountain, I feel comfortable with the ima. Jalabia, not yet.
You know,
Not
even
yet.
if you put a ima, that's mean you are a very respectable person, because generally it is usually worn by a little old people, and even it is a symbol for religious man and so on. But it's become also one of the a very traditional uniform. Even me, I used to wear a jalabiya for a long time. So let's sharing the experience. Maybe together we can wear it one day. Say yes.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
But
Okay.
this sorry is because it's something that I was shocked at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
When is the time to be in public?
Okay.
I saw people wearing jalabia, and I felt surprised because something like that in Italy might be used maybe at home. But here it's very public, and as you say, for respectful people, and yeah, it's a difference very deep.
Okay, for sure, I never find any Italian people or person who wear a jalabiya. This will be phenomenal.
Very
Something
unlikely.
different.
Very unlikely.
Okay, so how long? It's just like a question divided into three parts. I'm asking about how long you've been here, and also what have you heard before you come to Sudan? What have you heard about Sudan, and what about it after being here?
I have been here since May 2014. We are approaching 2 years now.
Wow, that's good.
And at the beginning, well, before coming, what is said about Sudan around the world is not always, let's say straight, it's not so nice.
It's not good note.
No good news. Maybe due to the bad aspect of communications and the media, and maybe some other issue that might get famous, sadly, in a very quick way. So at the beginning I was concerned. And without knowing a lot, I accepted this position, this work, with some concern. But then, after 2 years, step by step, I discovered that the real Sudan is composed of different cultural groups, and most of them I could meet, has been always very welcoming, very friendly, and the feeling of brotherhood, despite of a lot of differences, is just after a few minutes you spend with anybody, you feel very familiar with. And,
all right. Here, and I think this is something great. And to speak frankly, this is a situation really when you talk about Sudan in our side, like the really. Maybe, I don't know what is the problem, maybe as in communication, as you said, maybe even the people themselves feel they can't reflect their self, because there are very nice things people should know about Sudan in general. Okay, yes. You are here for 2 years, for sure you will know so much things about the Sudanese culture. So what's more impressive thing for you about the Sudanese culture here?
Although I have had experience in other African countries,
good.
I think that eating with hands has been something that I started feeling used only in Sudan. Now, when I come back to visit my family, or also when I meet my colleagues, sometimes I even struggle to use the fork. I don't enjoy very much anymore with the fork and the knife. So it's something maybe very basic, but it's something that we do many times, or at least 2 times in the day. And this is something I think the daily life has been impressive.
Okay, I don't want to ask about weather. You already know it, but
You see, after 2 years, there are things that I just normalized. Yeah, I used
you
to
just
the weather.
like you adapt with it. Like, come on, you become a Sudanese man.
Yeah, now I'm not suffering the heat anymore. I suffer the cold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe. Okay, okay. What about food? Have you tasted Sudanese food?
Most of them, I think. The one my colleague used to make a joke with me about is kaware.
Kaware?
Yeah,
Say it again.
kaware. I don't know if my pronunciation is good enough, but
You're doing
you got
great.
it.
Yeah, somehow I understand at least. That's okay.
And with sauce, and this soup is I like it for the stomach, and also the tasting is nice. Eating it with bread and some hot chili, the famous shatta.
Oh yeah, it's very hot here.
Yes, and,
spicy.
I enjoy it in the evening, but I don't dare to tell to my colleagues what is made of, because yeah, they say, oh really, but this part usually is not so nice. There are also all the piece of the cows that maybe is more.
Yes.
But I enjoy it.
Fantastic. You know, I don't have that experience, you know, for traveling in different countries. Me, myself, I've been in just very few countries. In Egypt and in Ethiopia and Eritrea. I've been there before. Really, when we come, the two things that I focus basically on it is the greeting, you know, in order to make a welcome, like a friend introduction, if I want to introduce myself, like trying to contact with them using their language is quite difficult for sure. To speak Amhara or the local language in those places. The second thing is the food, which is quite strange. You belong to such environment for sure that will form the clothes that you wear, even your body shapes, and for sure the food is not out of the list. For me, it is very nice experience. So you become just like international person about food. If people over there in Italy or wherever you go ask you about Sudanese food, they will keep silent. You will speak. You will be expecting this point. Okay, let's talk to the other side. What about the difficulties that you face it here, and how you get rid of it? I mean, how you overcome it?
Yeah, well, the difficulties, the most challenging is the language.
Oh, yeah.
Without any doubt.
Yes.
Although Arabic is a Semitic roots language, also in Europe somehow Arabic is a language that people and also professionally and socially start hearing here and there, but it's still not common language. It's not yet commonly studied in any places.
Yes, of course.
I got a chance during the university period to approach Arabic language, but really only the base. So at the time to have a conversation or also to try to share conventional talking, very difficult. Moreover, salam alaikum, all the rest has been discovering. Also because Arabic is a huge, is a language, but has a lot of diversification, several accents. And what I remembered from the university period is not applicable in Sudan.
Like what? What have you learned when you were a student at the university?
For example, I remember when is the time to eat. We were talking about food, so at the time to eat, I remember that they say sa'ten.
Sa'ten?
Yes.
Like 2 hours.
You see, it's a completely other meaning.
What exactly it means?
It's like enjoy your food.
Sa'ten, yeah, sa'ten. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, we use it sometimes, but not. We say it like "Balhana wa shifa." Yeah, this is very well, you know, very common phrases that we use. Like when you make that sound, I don't know what's meaning in English. Like make a sound that your page is full of food. So people say, yeah, sometimes they say sahten. You're good. Even you surprised me yesterday in that market. You know, you just asking or give him a roller to have a mineral water, and you say moya saha, oil saha. I get confused this first time, but I realize that your Arabic is going well. If you keep more a little times, you will be professional in it if you want to.
I hope, because it's a very nice and poetic language, but it's also very difficult, and often I have no room after work. I don't feel like studying.
Okay.
I had this limit that
yes, at the beginning of the conversation, you told me that you've been in different countries. Could you please just tell us about the countries that you've been there?
Well, my longer experience abroad was in Namibia.
Okay.
I was working there with an Italian NGO. Then in Namibia I met also my wife.
She's from Namibia?
She is from Namibia.
Wow, that's very beautiful things, really.
And that has been the most important and nice experience abroad. Longer and nice. And from time to time, I still have a chance to visit Namibia.
Okay, that's
which
fantastic.
is a wonderful country also.
I wish to be there, really. I wish to be there. Who knows what the future holds. So the second country for you is Sudan here?
The second country for a long period stay is Sudan, yes. Okay. Other country I had the occasion to visit were Lebanon and Egypt. Okay. I was working there, but very short period.
So for sure you experience different culture, different people, background, cultures. I mean, you can realize that very obviously when you go to Namibia, or if you mention something about Sudan. I think this is the world like this. You know, it's just like a rainbow of the culture. So if you agree with me, if we get a chance like making conversation or that kind of contact and communication between people from different countries around the world, it will be just like visitable places. As I said in a song, the world will become very better place. This is one of the songs of Bob Marley. All right, you say that you come from Italy. For sure you work for the Italian corporation here in Sudan. It is also one of the...
Yes.
So could you please just tell us about the IDC, where, I mean, in the time that its establishment and so on. Give us a little background about it.
Well, yes. First, it's an honor for me to work with the Italian Cooperation Agency. And in fact, the main characteristic is that it is a governmental agency.
Okay.
So it makes the work different respect of working with an NGO. Being governmental is important to carry and to be very careful about the relations with at all levels, and you work in a framework that is recognized.
Okay.
With NGOs is different, where, for example, I can make comparison with the Namibia experience, where the institution cannot reach, that come the NGO.
Okay.
But with an agency, the governmental agency, the effort is to work together with the local institution to strengthen the system and to improve and to make the same work together, trying to bring something positive and to grow together in a direction that's supposed to be development. But the important thing is to try to improve.
That's great. Okay, statistically, how many projects has been accomplished by the IDC, and in which sectors? I mean, which sector?
This is a very difficult question. Because the Italian embassy and the Italian cooperation agency is in Sudan since a long time ago. And I don't want to say specific here because I might be wrong.
Okay.
And also about the number of projects, there are so many sectors: agriculture, health, gender, education. vulnerable people, and rural development, water and sanitation. There are so many sectors.
In different levels and in different domains of the project, just in development track.
Yes.
Okay, unfortunately I got a sign that we already ran out of time, but in very, very quick, have you been in other Sudanese cities? And
Yes, well, Khartoum, of course, but also in Gedaref, in Port Sudan, and in Kassala, because of our work at locality level, we went often, overnighting also in Mashkoreb, Telkuk, Naratbra locality, especially in Shebek. And then we visit also villages. In Telkuk we went in Yedorot.
Come, you good well ambassador, you should give me this appointment, by the way. Okay, so if you have any message you want to say, hello or whatever you want to say, it's your time.
Well, we were talking about characteristic in common between Italy and Sudan, and both countries has a very special bond with family and with mothers. So I would like to greet my mom and my family. And the message is for any person that has a curiosity or a wish to travel for tourism or for some work reason, don't get the first impression of Sudan, but if you have a chance, it's worth it to visit.
How can I say thank you in Italy?
Grazie mille.
Grazie mille?
Grazie mille.
Thank you very much.
Thank you to you. Indeed.
And really, it is my honor to have this very nice conversation with you. And ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, don't go away. We have so much things waiting for you to be watched. So stay with us.